Welcome to Asian ID. The rumor that Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen had officially registered their marriage exploded across social media like a thunderstorm tearing through a silent midnight sky, instantly pushing the topic beyond 200 million views and dragging the entire short drama industry into another emotional frenzy. Didn't it? Some people rushed forward with sincere blessings as though witnessing the ending of a love story they had personally protected for years, while others narrowed their eyes in suspicion, convinced this was merely another carefully designed publicity stunt for good rain knows the season, weren't they? But the deeper truth hiding beneath the noise is far more complicated than a simple romance rumor. Because this controversy is not an accident born overnight but the inevitable result of the short drama industry pushing the CP binding model to its absolute limit, isn't it? Platforms, production companies, and even the actors themselves have all spent years carefully guiding this pairing from fictional chemistry into emotional reality, until audiences could no longer clearly distinguish where performance ended and real life began, haven't they? Their first collaboration, The National Husband Brings Home, premiered on August 30, 2025, and exploded past 1 billion views with astonishing speed, turning two rising actors into a phenomenon powerful enough to dominate fan communities and recommendation algorithms alike. Didn't it? The audience did not simply fall in love with the characters inside the drama, because they carried that affection into reality and rebuilt it around the two actors themselves. Didn't they? Every lingering glance between Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen felt too natural to be scripted, every emotional scene seemed to breathe with dangerous sincerity, and soon the national CP label attached itself to them like a permanent shadow nobody could remove. Didn't it? Their second collaboration, Meteor, pushed this emotional economy even further, because before the series had even aired, reservations had already surpassed 3 million, setting records within the short drama world and proving that audiences were no longer just buying stories but buying emotional continuity itself, weren't they? Photos from the filming set spread like wildfire across the internet, showing Wang Haozhen handing Guo Yuxin water bottles, draping coats over her shoulders, and supporting her waist during snow-filled kiss scenes, while fans devoured every frame as if decoding evidence from a hidden love affair, weren't they? The topic trends in poetic romance surged back onto trending charts, pulling in over 100 million reads within a single day and transforming ordinary behind-the-scenes footage into industrial-grade emotional fuel. Didn't it? By the time Good Rain Knows the season entered its promotional phase, the internet had already split into opposing camps before the drama itself even released a full trailer. Hadn't it? Some viewers praised the pair's natural rhythm and effortless chemistry, insisting their repeated collaborations had created something impossible to imitate with new actors, while others complained that the industry seemed incapable of finding fresh faces and was merely recycling old formulas for guaranteed profit, weren't they? Yet numbers rarely care about artistic debate, because data continued proving that the CP model generated traffic too powerful for platforms and investors to ignore. Didn't it? Inevitably, every successful collaboration became the foundation for the next, creating a self-reinforcing cycle where actors gradually transformed from independent performers into a packaged emotional brand designed for maximum commercial efficiency, didn't they? For production companies and streaming platforms, trending topics are no longer random internet chaos but highly valuable marketing tools capable of testing audience loyalty, attracting investors, and warming up future viewership before a series even airs. Aren't they? Short dramas survive on emotional immediacy, and fixed CP pairings allow audiences to instantly recognize familiar chemistry without needing time to rebuild attachment from scratch, don't they? According to industry reports, the commercial value generated by popular CPs has multiplied rapidly, because fans emotionally invested in a pairing are far more willing to purchase products, support live streams, and amplify promotional campaigns across social media. Aren't they? Brands quickly realized this power as well, which is why companies began inviting popular short drama CPs into advertisements, live streams, and crossover campaigns designed to transform fictional intimacy into consumer trust. Didn't they? The audience may believe they are watching romance, but underneath the glowing screens and soft music lies an industrial system measuring affection through engagement rates, conversion statistics, and purchasing behavior. Doesn't there? The short drama industry has now created a complete commercial loop where dramas establish CP identities, CP identities generate traffic, traffic attracts brand partnerships, and financial success determines future collaborations, hasn't it? With monthly active users surpassing hundreds of millions, no platform wants to abandon a formula capable of producing explosive emotional reactions at such low cost, does it? For Guo Yuxin, the journey carries an especially bittersweet weight, because before becoming one of the most recognizable faces in short dramas, She once played tiny supporting roles with barely any lines and struggled to even afford rent, didn't she? In 2023, she entered the short drama industry when many still dismissed it as low-end entertainment, yet the very field others mocked eventually became the ladder that carried her into fame and commercial success, didn't it? Meanwhile, Wang Haozhen stabilized his image as the gentle domineering CEO. Using repeated collaborations to strengthen a persona audiences already emotionally trusted, didn't he? Producers openly admitted that the pair made viewers believe their characters were alive beyond the screen itself, and in an industry obsessed with speed, that kind of emotional realism became extraordinarily valuable, didn't it? But success always hides a price waiting quietly in the shadows, doesn't it? The more tightly audiences bind two actors together, the narrower their individual career paths become, because viewers start rejecting them in different romantic pairings and demand the same emotional formula repeated endlessly, don't they? For actresses especially, the imbalance becomes harsher. Because while male actors often gain broader commercial opportunities from CP popularity, female actors frequently find themselves trapped inside a single public image they cannot easily escape, don't they? That is why the relationship between fame and freedom inside the entertainment industry feels almost tragic. Because the same audience capable of lifting actors to incredible heights can also imprison them within expectations impossible to satisfy forever. Cat Guo Yuxin once said she did not want to become a numb machine endlessly repeating emotional performances for traffic, while Wang Haozhen emphasized the importance of emotional stability and personal growth beyond fame, didn't they? Perhaps they already understand the danger better than anyone else, because once love itself becomes a commercial script, every gesture risks losing its original sincerity, doesn't it? The rumor about their marriage registration may eventually prove true. Or it may fade away as another perfectly timed marketing storm designed to feed the machine one more cycle of attention and speculation, mayn't it? Yet regardless of the answer, the incident has already exposed a frightening reality about modern entertainment. Because audiences are no longer simply consuming stories but participating inside a carefully engineered emotional economy built to monetize curiosity, loneliness, and desire, hasn't it? And maybe the most unsettling question is not whether Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen are truly in love, but whether audiences themselves still remember how to separate authentic emotion from the beautifully packaged illusions sold to them every single day. Do they? Thank you for watching the video. See you again.